Before Japan became a global tech powerhouse, it was a secretive island nation where outsiders were forbidden to enter, and breaking that rule could mean death. Japan, an island nation where neon-lit megacities stand beside ancient temples, where bullet trains race past rice fields, and where centuries of tradition exist alongside cutting-edge innovation. Today, Japan is known as one of the most advanced and influential countries in the world. Yet the journey that shaped modern Japan is a story of isolation, transformation, conflict, and remarkable recovery. The islands that form Japan have been home to humans for tens of thousands of years. Early communities developed farming techniques, metal tools, and social structures that allowed permanent settlements to grow. Over time, small tribal societies gradually formed larger political groups, eventually leading to the rise of early ruling families. By the early centuries AD, power began consolidating around the Yamato region. From here emerged the imperial system, centered on an emperor who symbolized unity and authority. During this period, Japan was deeply influenced by mainland Asia. Writing systems, Buddhism, architecture, and political ideas flowed into the country from China and Korea, helping shape early Japanese civilization. In 794, the imperial capital moved to Heian-kyo, now known as Kyoto. This began a long era of aristocratic culture. Art, poetry, literature, and court life flourished. However, while the imperial court grew more refined, its ability to govern distant provinces weakened. Local landowners and warrior groups gained power, setting the stage for a new political order. By the late 1100s, military clans dominated Japanese politics. The samurai warrior class rose to prominence, valuing discipline, loyalty, and honor. Military leaders known as shoguns became the real rulers of Japan, while the emperor remained a symbolic figure. During this era, Japan faced external threats, including attempted invasions from the Mongol Empire in the 13th century. Powerful storms destroyed enemy fleets, events later remembered as divine winds. These moments strengthened Japan's sense of destiny and national identity. Over the next few centuries, Japan entered a long period of internal conflict. Rival warlords fought for territory and influence in what became known as the Warring States period. During this time, new technologies like firearms were introduced by European traders, dramatically changing warfare. Christianity also arrived, spreading among some communities. Eventually, powerful leaders unified the country. By the early 1600s, the Tokugawa shogunate established control and created a stable government. This began the Edo period, over 250 years of relative peace. To maintain stability, the government limited foreign contact and controlled travel. While this reduced outside influence, it also allowed Japanese culture to develop in unique ways. Kabuki theater, woodblock printing, martial arts traditions, and tea ceremonies all flourished. Cities grew, education expanded, and the population increased. However, by the 1800s, global changes began reaching Japan. Western nations were expanding trade and influence across Asia. In the 1850s, foreign naval forces pressured Japan to open its ports. Facing superior technology, Japan agreed to trade agreements, ending centuries of isolation. This moment triggered massive change. In the late 1800s, Japan began rapid modernization. Railroads, factories, modern schools, and new industries appeared. The military adopted modern weapons and organization. Within decades, Japan transformed into a powerful industrial nation. Japan soon emerged as a major regional power. Military victories and territorial expansion increased its global influence. But these ambitions eventually led to large-scale conflicts in the 20th century. World War II brought devastating destruction and hardship. After the war ended, Japan entered a new chapter. The country rebuilt its economy, infrastructure, and political system. Instead of focusing on military expansion, Japan invested in industry, technology, and education. By the 1960s and 1970s, Japan became an economic powerhouse. Japanese cars, electronics, and machinery spread across the world. Cities expanded, living standards improved, and Japan became known for quality manufacturing and technological innovation. Today, Japan stands as a global leader in robotics, engineering, entertainment, and design. At the same time, it continues to protect its cultural heritage, from centuries-old festivals to traditional crafts and historic temples. Japan's story is not just about power or progress. It is about adaptation, the ability to change when necessary while preserving identity and tradition. From ancient kingdoms to modern megacities, Japan's journey reflects resilience, discipline, and vision.